Since you loaded it now, you can start
Hello
it.
everyone, Dark RB14 here with more Kart Wii.
I'm Green Draco 313. We're wrapping up Mario Kart Wii today. Alright. We'll go with the playoff. As of right now, we're recording this on January 13, 2005. As probably in this video, well, this video will talk about the playoffs so far. First of all, Texans and Chargers. Even I picked the Chargers this time, but I'm not picking the Chargers in the playoffs again until they can prove it when they actually do.
That's an impressive
But
way to Chargers. All I gotta say.
yeah, but you didn't blow a 27-point lead this time. You only are up 6 points.
You didn't even get to 27,
Uh,
which is funny.
I know. I'm saying 27 points because that's what they led by in the Jaguars game 2 years ago. But but Chargers is well. I don't know. They'll still be okay as long as they have Jim Harbaugh. Now, for the second game that was played on Saturday, Art Rooney II doesn't really care. He's all Mike Tomlin and the Steelers care about is finishing above 500. But as long as the fans are like how many teams have a bad owner? I can count at least half of the teams have a bad owner. But you realize the Steelers this is the worst place you can be in. Not good enough to compete and too good to suck. You'll never be able to get a young quarterback if you don't draft high enough. As long as they're not a threat to your Ravens, so if the Bengals can get a defense and a good offensive line, they could rival Baltimore. But Cleveland's just stuck in purgatory as long as they have Jimmy Haslam at the helm. And speaking of bad owners, it doesn't really matter who Jerry Jones hires to replace Mike McCarthy because he's still the general manager. As for the third game, Broncos were just inexperienced. That was everyone's first playoff game, but I'll give the Broncos a pass. But this third game, the fourth game, I think that game was winnable for Green Bay. What hurt them is two things: injuries and all those turnovers. You fumbled on the first play on the opening kickoff. But those too many turnovers and too many injuries. But Washington and Tampa Bay, that was the game I was looking the most forward to in the wild card round, and it didn't disappoint. We got a doink. Like a reverse Cody Parkey. Is how would Matt Nagy and Rachel Trubisky would have been like if that would have happened to the Bears in the double doink game? The double doink really killed Matt Nagy. But as for today, the Vikings and Rams, it's being played in Arizona because of the Los Angeles wildfires. Alright. If the Eagles would have lost that game, then I think you should have fired Nick Sirianni, but did you see that post I sent you? Eagles fans calling a female Packers fan to see where I don't want to say it on. Do you hate your own fan base?
Yes, because of moments like that. That and their...
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I figured the Cowboys were gonna move on.
Yeah, it's just Jerry Jones could have fired Mike McCarthy after that embarrassing playoff loss last year, but he chose to keep him because he probably didn't want to pay him not to be there. In fact, if you're gonna fire him, why wait until his contract expires? Watch them hire. They're gonna hire another puppet because someone like Bill Belichick or Ben Johnson won't put up with Jerry Jones. They'll hire either Cliff Kingsbury, Robert Salah, or either Cliff Kingsbury or even Mike Zimmer. Because if I'm Ben Johnson, I'm saying I would want control of my players. one coach has been hired so far, Mike Vrabel. Like, Gerard Mayo he was never should have given him a chance to begin with, because both Gerard Mayo and Antonio Pierce were a positions coach. They like skipped the step of a defensive coordinator. We're playing Among Us today. It'll be my second time playing it on Potato Nets. Do you want me to mail you Donkey Kong Country Returns HD after I'm done playing it? Will Donkey Kong be too hard for you?
Yeah, it's not offensive.
Well, I remember when we streamed Donkey Kong Country the first time, you had a really hard time with it. That was before we knew rewinding was a thing. Speaking, I forgot to ask you, how far are you in the Patrick Star game?
I haven't played much.
Like, did you just record those 2 episodes?
Yeah.
Okay. Rufino Square. I'm really hoping Pokemon ZA gets announced soon. Like, they get a release day, because there's not really a game after this Thursday and Friday with Donkey Kong Country Returns HD and Tales of Grace's F that I'll be looking forward to. There's not another game announced. If the Eagles were to play the Lions in the NFC Championship, who would win? Who do you think would win? Okay. What would kill the Lions what would prevent the Lions from going to the Super Bowl is basically what Dan Campbell did last year, being too aggressive or being reckless. The next Mario Kart game we gotta replay would be Mario Kart DS. And you gotta well, aren't you, after we record all of the Retro Cup and mirror mode, aren't you gonna record the battle mode? Okay, like, there's 12 characters in Mario Kart DS. See, in order to use all of them twice, you'll have to do all 4 CCs, like 50, 100, 150, and mirror. Look what I promise I won't spam in the soundboard from now on, but I created two new sound effects. Just listen to these 2.
Enough from the clown, huh?
You are a factory of sadness!
I have.
Okay, I didn't put those in your Discord, I put those in the Potato Net one. Val, if you're listening in, come join us. And that video in the Patrick Star game, he just like, we were talking about him and then he came right away. Here, Kirby, I have an idea what you can have for dinner tonight. Eat both Taco Bell and Chipotle at the same time.
Ew. I don't even like that. I don't even want to round us.
What would happen if you did do that? Like, I don't understand the logic between having that much Mexican could affect your stomach. What would it do? I remember when Waluigi Stadium was put in Mario Kart 8. How long did it take you to find that shortcut in the Mario Kart 8 version that wasn't in this version of the GameCube? Like, do you explore around all the racetracks in Time Trial?
Really? Alright, so yeah, we got.
Call for man.
Alright.
I should mail you my
Anyway,
leave soon.
This is Badaka reporting TX Tower, Mario Kart Wii.